Welcome to Ask the Mountlake Terrace Cop. I'm Teresa Whipple, and good afternoon,
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Good.
Excellent.
We're going to talk about noise complaints because sometimes people are trying to have a nice afternoon in their backyard and all of a sudden there's a dog that won't stop barking, or maybe somebody's doing some construction work on their house. What are the rules in the city of Mountlake Terrace about noise, and how do you resolve a complaint like that?
Well, there's lots of rules on noise, and first we were talking a little while ago about how frustrating it is in our own personal lives to listen to a horribly loud stereo system when you're just trying to have a peaceful afternoon, or a barking dog or construction equipment. So I think everyone has probably experienced a noisy neighbor at one point. So some of the rules are kind of difficult to understand if you were to open the RCW and read what it says, but I'll try to make it as simple as possible.
Okay.
Pretty much any time if you're hearing noise that's bothersome to you, if it's a barking dog that's continuous, or if it's construction noise, or it's a super loud radio, don't hesitate to give us a call, and we'll go through and we'll find out whether it's legal or whether it's not legal, and we'll talk to the people and try to make it stop.
Okay.
So the best way to get a hold of us now, Snohomish County SNOCOM has a new number for people to call for non-emergencies, and that number is 425-775-3000. A lot of people are really hesitant to call on noise complaints, to call 911 that is, because they think, well, it's not an emergency.
Right.
So this is one way to get a hold of us and handle it that way. Or, if they want to call 911, they can as well. And just say it's not an emergency.
Whichever way they're more comfortable in
Correct.
contacting you in that situation.
Correct.
Okay.
They can also come to our police department and report it. And in Mountlake Terrace, we can go online and report it. We have online reporting for those sorts of things as well.
Yeah.
You can just go to the Mountlake Terrace website, and it'll show you how to go through there.
Okay.
So for things like barking dogs, that's kind of a nuisance. Well, it's a big nuisance, especially in the middle of the night.
Yes, it is.
The problem that we run into is sometimes with barking dogs is we'll go out there and we'll hear the dog barking. It'll be in a backyard or inside of a house, and maybe the homeowner's not home, and there's really nothing we can do at that moment to stop the dog from barking. And, the neighbors or the complainant may get a little bit frustrated with us because we can't make that dog stop barking. But in those circumstances, we contact our animal control, and our animal control can go out there and talk with them during business hours, and they can get a fine imposed on them too.
Okay.
So that's one of the barking dog complaints that we have. So that's one way to handle that.
All right. And then construction-related complaints. There's hours when people can do construction?
There is hours, and so in Mountlake, now there's also exceptions to the hours rules. That construction companies can apply for a permit to have noise last later than particular hours, and they would have to go through the city to handle that, but that's not that common.
Okay.
So the hours basically are from 10 p.m. to 7 a.m. as far as construction noise. And that could be anywhere from maybe a street sweeper sweeping that's close to a neighborhood, or a loud air compressor going on inside of a building where there's construction going on. All you have to do is call the non-emergency number and get a hold of us, and an officer will come out and they'll make sure that they have those people stop that noise.
Okay.
So another common complaint late at night is stereo music.
Oh, yeah, or a loud party.
Loud parties.
Yeah.
So loud parties we go to very regularly, especially in the summertime. Most of the time we can go out there and we tell the people, you're being kind of loud, and they're like, oh, we're really sorry, and they'll quiet down. Occasionally it'll keep up, and you may have to find someone who's having too much noise in a loud party. So if you're in your home and you can hear loud music coming from a neighbor's house, then that's too loud.
Yeah.
I think the RCW states 100 feet from the exterior, or from the entryway of the house. If you can hear loud noise coming that distance out, then it's a violation of the RCW.
Okay.
Or actually, it's a violation of our Mountlake Terrace municipal codes.
Okay.
So.
All right. Good to know. And I guess that maybe another rule of thumb is that maybe if you have a good enough relationship with your neighbor, you might be able to actually ask them to be quiet before you even involve the police, right?
Very true. And that's kind of scary sometimes for people.
Yeah.
So oftentimes, if you can talk to your neighbor and say, hey, can you please keep it quiet, I have kids, or I'm trying to sleep, or whatever, that's great. But if you feel that puts yourself in danger, or if you feel afraid, then don't hesitate to call us. We'll go out there. That's what we do. So.
Okay, and that's a 911 call, right?
That could be a 911 call. That also could be the non-emergency number call as well.
Right, depending.
So, depending.
Okay, good. Very good.
Thank you.
Thank you. We'll be back again soon with another episode of Ask the Mountlake Terrace Cop.